Hey, it's your girl Chab, and today I'm coming at you with a makeup 101. Today we're gonna be talking about concealers. Now, what are concealers? Well, concealers are pretty much really super duper full coverage foundations. And you're wondering, Chab, why don't I just use a foundation? Well, foundations are like the base of the face, okay? And then concealers are like the little extra some. So you could have a pimple, like Miss Pimple is coming into town, and you're like, girl, you weren't invited, go away. Or you're just trying to cover up redness, which I have an issue. But if you want to know what concealer is used for and how it will work for you, then let's get started. Concealers, what are they used for? Anything. What are concealers used for? Well, they're used for many different little things. If you want to cover up a dark circles under the eyes, if you got redness in your skin like I do, because I am perfection, and sometimes God is just like, girl, we need to do something because like you are too perfect. I'm just kidding. Or if you have like darkness on the face, or if you have like little blemishes, concealers are used to cover up different things that you don't want to show up. And sometimes you can wear concealer alone, or you can wear it with foundation. So I'm gonna show you what to do. So right now I don't have anything on my skin. I did prime my face. It's looking a little shiny right now. I did use the Smashbox primer oil. This is what I use right here because currently right now my face is super dry, and you can't tell right now because I am looking super dewy. So I have some concealers with me that I am going to kind of demonstrate what I mean with the different issues that you want to use concealer for. Some people are like, well, Chad, why don't I just use a full coverage foundation? Well, a lot of times you want to use concealers for different things, not only to cover up but also brighten your features. So first I'm going to demonstrate how to cover up different things without using any foundation. So right now I don't have anything on the skin. Like I said, all I have is primer. I'm gonna work on this side of the face first. So what I noticed on the side of my face, because this is what we're working on right now, I do have my brows on right now, so there's that. If you want to know how to do brows, link somewhere up there. So what I like to cover is a little bit of darkness under the eyes, and then I have a little bit of redness here and a little bit darkness on the side of my nose. Got a little darkness here. I got a lot of things I want to cover up, okay? So what I'm going to use is the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow concealers. I have the shade number 2 Creamy Natural and the shade 05 Sand. What I like is that these concealers are really good for really dry skin, and as you guys know right now, my dilemma is I got dry skin going on here, and what I did like to do is just mix those two together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the wands and apply it. So usually I'll use the lighter color under the eye like so, and then I'll use the darker color for kind of like the rest of the face, and I'll just mix it a little bit with this one, the lighter one. And this is for like a snatch look. A natural look. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Like I said, mainly what I'm trying to do is use as little makeup as possible, but also trying to create and correct any like discoloration that I want to get rid of, so my skin looks super smooth. I'm gonna take this Real Technique sponge that I got in like a kit, and I'm gonna bounce on the face. So let's go. So as you can see right here, pretty much my skin coloration has pretty much disappeared. I don't know if the lighting is gonna blur it out or not, but for the most part, this side of my face is red, and this side of my face is like blended in with my skin. And that's how you kind of like naturally get rid of different things. So not only are my under eyes a little more live and awake and fresh, but also I took care of the rosacea. You could still see my skin underneath, but for the most part, it's not heavy glam. It's not cakey, it's not crazy, okay? And then you could cover up different things too. Like I know I got a little bit of redness here, so I am gonna apply a little bit of concealer right there. Then I'm also gonna mix it with the lighter concealer. And a lot of times you don't have to worry about using two different concealers, but for me, because I love the finish of this concealer, I use two different ones because for some reason I just don't have quite my shade, and that's okay. That's okay, boo-boo, because we can make it work. So the main thing what you want to do with concealers is make sure when you're doing this type of look that you make sure you get a concealer that is pretty much your color. How you can find out is make sure that you look at a part of your face that isn't red or doesn't have any discoloration. When I used to work at Sephora, when we used to do color IQ, what we would do is we would scan pretty much like around the jawline here, because you mainly didn't have any redness there or anything like that, and your jawline usually matches with your neck. Fortunately, that's not my case. I think for the most part I'm really good at eyeballing, and I got pretty lucky, but definitely get yourself professionally matched, or just try different products if you don't want to buy stuff from Sephora or Ulta. I go to a drugstore and buy 500 concealers and then pick the one that's gonna fit for you. Unfortunately for me, that's 2 different concealers. For the most part, this is like natural, dewy everything, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll set it with a little bit of powder. I got my E.L.F powder right here. I can just set it and forget it real quick. What I'm gonna do is just set the concealer like really quick. A lot of times I like to keep the dewiness, but I'm just gonna pat a little bit here so we get rid of like the dewiness and shininess. But for the most part, this side of my face is like the natural side. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, it feels like my skin but better, and that's how you use concealers for covering up small little imperfections. So now we're gonna do heavy glam. So for the watermelon side of the face, I've been using and I've been loving, this is the oldie but a goodie. This is the Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation, and I have the shade G55 Adventurous. Ooh, girl. So when I want to get a little more glam, what I'll do is I'll cover my whole face with foundation, and then I'll go in with a concealer that will brighten the skin and make me look awake and fresh and nice and like completely full coverage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foundation, apply it all over this side of my face so you can see the difference, and then I'll walk through with the concealer. So let's go. Alright guys, so this is like half of my face with foundation. As you can see, there is a little bit of a difference in the color and the texture of my skin. So with this side, of course, it is, you can still see my imperfections and things, and it's a little more dewy too because of the foundation. But it is, for the most part, kind of like one whole color, versus this side here where it's kind of pinpoint here and there. You could still see a little bit of my redness here, and you could still see my skin, like my little moles and things and like beauty marks. So what I'm gonna do now is apply concealer, and now I'm gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I have the shade light medium here. I'm gonna show you how to not only brighten but kind of sort of reverse contour the skin. So instead of using the darker shades on different parts of the face, I'm going to be using the lighter shades on the higher points of the face, and you can kind of see how it shapes the face. Alright, let me slow down a second and tell you what I just did. So pretty much I applied my concealer right in the under eye here. What that's going to do is not only brighten the eye area and make it look alive and awake, but it's also going to kind of shape my face, so bringing the features forward. So not only am I going to take it here, but I'm going to take a little bit right on the cheekbone like that, like if we were highlighting with like a powder, like iridescent highlighter, and then y'all gonna see the cheek is gonna pop. You see that? It's already doing it. Let's blend it out so we don't look like a fool. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that cheekbone. Like my face looks like... I can't. I'm not good at that. Also, let's take it like right there. Usually I'll draw like a tree or a leaf, but because we're only doing this side of the face, I'm just gonna put some color right here. Usually what I like to do is take it down the nose too. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what? Why not? Let's do it right here on the nose, and I'm gonna show you how you can kind of contour the nose without using contour. Y'all see that nose? And then for the cheekbone. Alright, so look at the difference here. So we got this side all natural, super smooth, and then we got glam on this side, cheekbones cut to the god. So I'm just gonna set it with powder, and then I'm gonna point out the differences, and then we'll go from there. Lego. Alright, so everywhere where I set the concealer, I put a little bit of powder just so everything sets and it doesn't move and it doesn't crease. So on this side right here, we have like glam, full coverage. We cannot see our skin underneath. We have to take a shovel and dig the concealer off to see my rosacea. And then on this side right here, you can see a little bit of skin peeking through. Hello beauty marks, hello moles here and there and everywhere. But we looking flawless and beautiful and alive and awake. We got our blood flowing. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Whatever you believe in. So pretty much, if you have a perfect, beautiful skin, you might not want to go with too much on the face. But if you like glam, then maybe you do. Other times, maybe you don't want to wear too much makeup. Maybe you don't have too much makeup. Maybe you don't want to feel like 30 pounds of powdered donuts are sitting on your skin. That's okay. Then we got the concealer right here that'll just cover up just a little bit, so you'll be looking extra super smooth and beautiful. I say that a lot. All right, so this is how you do concealer with your girl Chab. That's me, I'm Chab. So will you go with the super natural or the super glamorous? The choice is yours. Hopefully you find my tips and tricks helpful for your makeup endeavors. This is Chab with Makeup 101. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below. Right, ching and ding ding. Hit that notification bell because your girl make new videos every Friday. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. You're just trying to cover up redless. This is good for oil. No, a little more. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Right here. Oh no, a hit pan. It's a little tiny. Can you all see that? It's like a little tiny, a hit pan.